Are we back? Are we good? Are we back? Yeah, we're good. Toast indubitably. Once and toast. Anyway, prove it. Yeah, as I was going to say there, it's one of the more meditative tracks on the album up to this point. It's the song that has kind of made me get lost in thought the most. There's something about just how soft the mix is on this song. There's something about how simple and kind of plucky the parts throughout this track are that just kind of had me mentally drifting a little bit. And I mean that in a good way, not in a way that I was like getting bored by the track, not in a way that I was like getting distracted by other things, but it just kind of took me down some mental rabbit holes. And I like when music's able to do that. It was just so calming. There was something about this track that felt so whole and welcome and inviting. 1977 was a hell of a year. Look at the top 25. I don't know, man. This track just. There's something about it that through its simplicity, it was able to say so much. It would say so damn much. They are getting longer. They got shorter for a bit, and now they're getting longer again. Chivo, neither of these pages will load. Neither of these pages want to load. That's GG. Let me try it again. All right, there we go. Damn. Animals. We're not going to count this because it only has fucking 6, 7 ratings. Animals. Television. Marky Moon, obviously. Low. Stranger. Rumors. Heroes. There's some fucking Bob Marley in there. Getting Asia in there. Damn. 77 a stacked year indeed. Holy shit. Wow. Anyway. We're here. Final song. I gave that last track a high 9, by the way, in case anyone didn't see. We're here. The final track. The final song. Torn Curtain. I'm so sad this album's about to be over, man. We're not going to have enough time, I'm afraid, Shiva. SNS tone. I love that little bit of dread that's hiding underneath this song. Could be spy influenced. Ooh. Already been 3 minutes, so I just turned on the track. Yeah. The kind of crawling pace of this song makes it feel like it's flying by. Lane's really the cherry on top of this performance on here. Absolutely. Like the emotionally packed ending. Forgot how compelling it was. Yeah, for an album that has not been the heaviest on the emotional aspects so far, to get a song that's so full of dread and sorrow to close it, it's an unexpected but welcome switch. Stop saying rip Obi, damn it. Album basically has two endings, Marky Moon to Inside A and this one Side B. I mean, if I give this album less than a 10, the whole chat will unsub. The album's not a 10. I think that song is a 10. I think that's the best closer I could possibly ask for. Good fade out, indeed. I think that the fade out on that track actually works. Yeah, ending on such a melancholic, dour note, something more emotional and kind of epic to close the album. I'd say the song is even more epic than the title track, honestly. There's something about just the scope and scale of everything on display here, from these crazy backing vocals, that descending guitar line, just how big and massive the drum sound on this track in particular, the space and the atmosphere that's created here being unlike any of the other songs. Kind of a wild tone shift to take so suddenly, but one that works. It really works. It won't be lower than a 9. No, this album definitely will not be lower than a 9. Yeah, the song's an easy 10. quite a striking and powerful way to end this album. I love the repetition towards the back half of this track, just the backing vocals saying tears and years over and over and over and over and over again, kind of feeling like a never-ending stream of just sorrow looming over the end of this track, just creating this endless cycle, essentially, of constantly looking back and feeling sad about the past. I absolutely adored this album. I fucking loved this album. Head to toe, I think this thing is nearly flawless. This album is some of the best post-punk I have heard up to this point. I think that this is one of the most consistent albums I have heard in quite some time, in terms of just being like a head-to-toe, endlessly enjoyable experience. This is like 45 minutes of just immaculate post-punk, essentially. It's proto-post-punk. Yeah, I guess it's more like art punky than it is post-punk for the most part. Yeah, it definitely has some of that like moody post-punk fucking Jesus Christ, moody post-punk undertones. I can't speak. The first 3 songs are weaker. I get where you're coming from. I don't necessarily agree. I will say that the first 3 songs are a little bit lighter than the rest of the album, but I kind of think that they're a perfect way to kind of set you into the atmosphere of this thing, and then Marquee Moon is kind of the big, you know, revelation of just what this album can do, you know? They recorded demos of this album with Brian Eno in 74. They had these songs unlocked for a while. I see. Proto-post in terms of influencing that style is definitely accurate. Yeah, absolutely. You know, you could see how this would go on, you know, especially, you know, they got acts like Joy Division and stuff like that. Even like a lot of 2000s post-punk, I could see a lot of like a lot of it taking influence from this. Like there was that one bit, I think it was on Marquee Moon, that sounds exactly like a fucking Interpol song, you know? So, some of like the 2000s post-punk influence stuff, I could see, like, trace it back to here, you know? This album, like, it's just so colorful and expressive, like such a wild vocalist being matched with musicians who every single one of them feels like they're taking the lead on every single song. Some incredible genre blending with the drums, punk, rock, jazz, a little bit of disco on one of the songs, just wild drum parts that constantly feel like they're shifting the entire tone and at points genre of the album. The bass lines being as thick and as adventurous as they are, the way they're constantly ascending and descending, giving these tracks like wave-like qualities. Absolutely beautiful bass lines. Some of the best interplay between guitars I have ever heard on any album. The soloing is great. The relationship between the lead and rhythm guitar being as like juxtaposed as it is, but fitting so beautifully, feeling like a kind of yin and yang to each other throughout this album. I didn't have a complaint about a single second of this. I did not have a complaint about a single fucking second of this. I think that this album is damn near fucking perfect for me. Damn near perfect. I'm going to run the numbers, and I'm going to tell you what my overall score for this album is. Oh, it's logged me out of Album of the Year again. Great. Thank you, Album of the Year. Oh shit, didn't mean to put 200. 197, 98, 100. Yeah, sounds about right. Ladies and gentlemen, on Marquee Moon by Television, I am feeling a 9.8 out of 10. Like I said, it's the strongest 9 I can give, realistically speaking. This is this is quite the immense journey of an album. I am excited to listen to this thing again casually. I'm excited to dive even deeper into the lyrics, see if this thing can grow to be 10 out of 10 status for me. We'll see. But yeah, as of right now, high 9, gorgeous album, stunning, gonna need more listens. And yeah, we'll see by the time this video is out, if the album has grown to a 10. Which is better? What, Marquee Moon or Pink Moon? I'd need to give this more listens. I'd need to give this more listens. You think you'll say Pink Moon, not because it's better, just because it's a more easily consistent concept? I'd need to give this more listens. They're two very difficult albums to pin up against each other. One's a folk album, and the other one's like an art punk, post-punk album. Very, very different experience. One is like the saddest shit ever, and this album here is fun as fuck. So I wouldn't even know how to pit the two against each other. Quality-wise, this album's a little more consistent, but Pink Moon kind of has the sticking emotion factor a little bit more. I don't know. Anyway, chat, I'm going to do the outro for the video, and then we're going to do the album of the year stuff, and then I'm going to go. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below in the comments. Yeah, let me know what other albums you'd like to see me listen to in the future down below as well. Like and sub if you haven't. We are on our way to 4K as of when I'm filming this. I don't know when this is coming out. We might be beyond 4K. Just subscribe anyway. Yeah, links in the description to my Discord, my album of the year, my Twitter, my other channels. Check those out if you haven't. And I'll see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye-bye. This is like a big album ticked off the list for me. This is a big one. Okay, this is one of the albums I've been waiting for the longest. Gage hasn't been waiting this whole time. Like they've been playing games and stuff. He hasn't been waiting the whole time. Has he been like waiting in the lobby for me? Because I told him to just like play. Because I told him I was going to be listening to another album. Don't join the Gage stream yet. Hang on, I'm got this to do. Moon Music sweeps it. True. He's been twiddling his thumbs for an hour. That's not true because I tabbed into his stream and he was playing. There's no... Has he actually... I swear I tapped into his stream and he was playing. He's playing right now, you fucking liars. I can see he's playing right now. You bastards. You bastards. Anyway. That is it for me, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for me. Love spreading misinformation. Ban Jared from YouTube, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to go record some Among Us with these motherfuckers. Yeah, thank you guys for being here for the selection of albums. Thank you to Chivo for picking the peak albums in particular. Yeah. I feel like there's no other blabber I need to say. Request stream tomorrow. Jared, Midnight, Brandon, Chivo, Ryan K, DHD Bling, Brandon, everybody who was here. This I already said Brandon. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Yeah, we're reviving Among Us. Possibly, I'm going to say probably not, though. I'm going to say probably not. In the Big 26. We're playing Among Us in the Big 26. You picked Tally Hall, though. Game over. I call that unlucky. I call that me making the right choice to veto that decision. Anyway, I am going to head off now. Going to go play Among Us and record it with these lot. Maybe turn it into a video. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's it for me. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.